This coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Mason Crosby, the Packers, has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Cameron bats it now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This defense looking for a big stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. Complete. It's Henry. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want to touch it either in the running game or the passing game. But that looks like the matchups they're getting.
Eluding the pressure right. And runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary able to get outside the numbers and drop it for a loss of a yard. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So if they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. first and 10. Here's Rodgers. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. We're scoreless after one. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a first and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. He's on the 30. 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
That's horrible today.
And here's Lewis. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him on the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Rodgers now on first down. It's
good job, man.
Clean. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Rodgers to throw once more. It's caught here by Adams. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The ball popped in the air, intercepted. Picked up by Kevin Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 33. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Being chased out left. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Draw play. This is Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Derrick Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Tannehill's throw into the hands of Ferguson here. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. They'll give Henry another shot. And this time they were waiting for him. He's going to be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 30. This Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Here's Bullock now for the Titan field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's not going to
What?
They're stopping at the 1. The big back Derrick Henry held out of the end zone. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here this close to their goal line.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now whistles at a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. Here's 2nd and a yard. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's got room to run past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
These two teams go through their final adjustments. It's about time for the 2nd half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gott.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gott, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we also have turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Elijah Molden. Looks right. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league,
gosh.
and because of that, more defensive backs on the field.
So slow.
And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. Rodgers with a keeper. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Packers are back within a score. Crosby connects on the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. the touchdown. Here's Crosby to kick it away. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Henry again on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Packers bring in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end first.
Hey, A.J. Brown.
Nearly gets us all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down carry for Henry. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And a busy night for Henry continues. And he brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And a ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively.
Hey, how slow this GM runs.
But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, but now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Elijah Madden. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Go run it now.
Rodgers will not return it. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On first down, Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Able to find Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Elijah Morgan. And the Titans will take over here at their own 14-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now, Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Things looking pretty good on the scoreboard. They're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big...
It's 45 seconds left. Shot out old Jen.
EA Sports to the game.
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys out the master. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels.
Always playing the Rams.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Tennessee Titans
PS3
and the
barbecue
Los Angeles Rams. A lot has changed since these two met in Super Bowl 34, and off we go between the Rams and Titans. On the return is Brandon Powell. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They'll run for it with Akers. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop at a yard shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. first carry for Derrick Henry. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. That's taken in by Ferguson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively. And then they got hit with that.
Come on, Henry. See, that was wrong. He's driving to the hole. This is wide open.
Only a yard
Wide
of pick up there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
He completes it to Henry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple
missed.
over with the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway,
Boom.
take the points and keep moving.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Akers has got the first down and then some.
He killed me too. I stopped too. Good touchdown. Good touchdown.
Akers, 75 yards. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A first down carry for Henry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Tannehill's throw into the hands of Ferguson here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 8-6 the score after one. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end Ferguson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. from the red zone now. Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill escaping the pressure right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now to these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try and pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. And this is caught at the 8. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Anthony Ferkser there to make the grab. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
That's all.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here's the run with Akers on second down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Here's Akers. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
This guy is well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. Let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And he's going to go down. He's stacked back at the 24. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. first half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Henry's got it out on the left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Tannehill. Complete. It's Henry. There he goes again. And down to the 16-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him.
Yes, sir. Dante Foreman.
It's going.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. They run again with 4.
I will take it. Come on. Oh, my God.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Keep him in the game, coach.
They'll try and run for it on first.
Keep him in the game.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close, sneaking.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But
touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
I missed again. Boy, I tell you what.
It's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. On the return is Powell. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change their thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you to bigger errors.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a run with Akers. 129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to take this one in for the Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously spot to throw the ball there.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Oh, man.
Broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. It was Bud Dupree fighting through and making the tackle.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Already a sea of defenders have intercepted. Picked up by Kevin Farley. And he brings it back to right around the 26.
Oh my gosh. People don't have no heart. They don't keep playing the game. I'll get killed and still play the game.